Zuckerberg aside and go to the committee that you're on, the House Judiciary Committee. I would be negligent if I did not ask you.
Journalistically negligent.
Yes. If not asking you about the Mueller report.
Our Kumbaya committee.
Yeah, exactly. So your committee voted yesterday to authorize subpoenas to get the Mueller report, the full report. What comes next? And how far, Congressman Cicilline, how far are the Democrats willing to go on this? And Congressman Collins, how far will Republicans go to stop it? I'll start with you, Congressman.
Well, look, this is an effort by the Democrats to get the contents of the full Mueller report. We argued yesterday that this has been the practice, whether it was in the Jaworski scenario or in the Ken Starr report, whether it was independent counsel or special counsel. The Starr report was delivered immediately upon its completion to Congress, along with 17 boxes of documents that supported the contents of that report. Congress wasn't required to ask for it. They went to court to get the authority for the grand jury testimony, and it was produced. This is an investigation which was begun because our democracy was attacked by a foreign adversary. It's an investigation which was begun on behalf of the American people, paid for by the American people. We have fought hard to protect Mr. Mueller so he could complete his work. We have a right as Congress to see the full contents of that report immediately, and the American people have a right to see as much of it as humanly possible, obviously redacting what has to be redacted for sources and methods and classified material. But we see classified documents all the time. We can go do that in a classified setting and see it. We are the body that's responsible for taking action if there's misconduct by the president, not the Attorney General. And so this report, the Democrats on the committee are prepared to be issued, authorize the chairman to issue a subpoena to compel its production. We're hopeful the Attorney General will reconsider his view and turn it over quickly. If he doesn't, we're prepared to execute the subpoena and compel production of the report. The American people deserve to know the truth, to know all the facts, and to recognize that Congress understands no one is above the law.
Congressman Collins, I want to get your reaction to what Congressman Cicilline said, but I want to ask you to respond in that. Do you think Special Counsel Mueller should be called up to the Hill to testify?
I think at some point that'll probably be the case that happens. I think here's the interesting thing. What we did yesterday was, again, a preemptive issue before we went out of town. This is an issue that Bill Barr has said, I'm going to release the report under the regulations that he has. We keep conflating these issues. Go back to Jaworski, go back to Starr. Those are two different issues under two different set out statements as you go forward. The Mueller report will come out, whether you like it or not, is going to come out, and it's going to come out under the regulations set forth not by Republicans, but by Janet Reno, Justice Department, when she, after the Starr report, said, we don't like the way this happened. In fact, my chairman actually during that time said he didn't like the way it happened. So they put this together. He's done everything by that regulatory book. My question is and what I would have said yesterday was, it's interesting. We took the Mueller report and saying, Bill Barr, we want this information to come. I agree with Mr. Cicilline's very measured discussion right here about what he wanted to see, but we've had my chairman and others who say we just want to see it all unredacted. That's a whole different issue, which is what we didn't vote on 2 weeks ago, even on the floor. But what we have to understand is coming forward, get this report. After you get the report, then you say if you don't like it, then come to the floor with subpoenas. Then come to the committee and say we didn't get what we wanted. Let's put a subpoena out there and do it. What we're doing now is before we ever get the report, we're asking for subpoena and put 5 individuals who have two of which have gave over 3,000 documents to the committee, 3 of which have said we don't have the documents you're requesting. But so to me, you lost sort of your political high ground here, or moral ground here, when you didn't just stick with the Mueller report, which I thought was preemptive anyway, but then you added 5 people in who all had close connections to the president. That just simply tells me you wanted the press to report that we're going to issue subpoenas for 5 people close to the president before we go out of town for spring break to smear the president. That's the problem I had with yesterday.